What's up, guys? So you guys may have seen a video that we did in the past where we did an LED conversion for the G37 headlights. It's been about 3 years and this passenger one has basically gotten dim, so I've gotten a replacement set with the same kind of design. I didn't want to use one that plugged into the ballast just in case the ballast was messed up. And so these ones have 3 diodes per side. These new ones have 6 diodes per side. So we're gonna go ahead and wire it in basically the same way. So car's up in the air, wheels off, fender liners off. And pretty basically, oh, and just so you guys are wondering, this was SoCal LED. They were great, they were fine. They lasted 3 years, so like I've seen people complain about losing their LEDs within like 30 days, so not bad. The new ones, the brand is called Chop Dark, you know, when you want to chop the dark. So we're gonna throw those in. Hopefully they last another 3 years. I'd be happy with that. So the way you're gonna want to wire this is, you know, you get your bulb in, locked into your D2S slot, get the wiring to pop out, and then you're basically gonna just stick these in the pins that connect to the ballast right here, like so. You're gonna need to drill through the rear bulb access cover to get those wires through, and then confirm that you have the wires put in the correct way, and super glue the rear bulb access cover so you don't get any condensation in there, and tape up the harness. So we're gonna do that real quick, show you. Now it's important that you guys know with this setup that was different than this one. This one just locked into the clip, and then you could rotate it.
Here, I'll show you. So with this setup, you had to install this piece first into the actual headlight assembly, and then you see they had these little, you know, neoprene type rings, and that you would put this in, and then you can rotate. So this would be locked in, and then you would rotate the light to get your adjustment. This one actually has a lock ring on it, which is actually really nice. And just to give you the info here, just kind of stretch this out. So you'll notice you have to turn it, and then this will come off. First thing first, just so you know, if you're looking at which side is going to go into the headlight housing, this little thinner side is going to be on the back of the headlight. This is the bulb side. You can tell because you have this channel for the lock pieces on this. And the main tab you're going to want to look at, you'll notice they're all kind of rounded, squared, rounded. The squared one right here is going to be your center point.
Okay.
So you're going to put it in that way. And then when you put your light bulb in from the back, you can see you have these little alignment screws.
Yeah, it's a little bit more foolproof, because one thing that people forget to do when they're installing LED lights that are different than HIDs is that LED lights only emit light from the sides. Yeah. HIDs emit light from every angle, right? So you can put a HID bulb at any angle. If it locks in, it's going to be fine, basically.
Yes.
But with an LED light, you have to orient like the diodes at the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock positions so that they're facing this way.
Yeah.
Because of the way that the projector housing works, the light reflects off the sides and then shoots forward to give you a clear beam. We made that mistake the first time on this, and we had to pop it out and just readjust it real quick to get a cleaner beam.
Yeah.
But this should be relatively foolproof,
which is nice.
But mental note for yourself, you'll be at 9 and 3 if your wire is at 6 o'clock or 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, so you're going to slot this in when it's in there, and then you can see it rotates and locks.
Yeah.
So if you have the toothy point right there, the square tooth at the top, you'll put your wire in so it's upside down, and then by the time it locks in place, you're now at 6 o'clock.
Boom.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yep.
All right, now that we know our bulb is oriented and we know which lead goes into the harness, we don't need a lot of slack. Once again, this system bypasses the HID ballast, so you don't need to do that. To reiterate, the reason I got that is because I don't want to run into an issue where my ballast could have been bad for some reason, and then it's another point of failure. If you guys haven't seen, we also just wired up these pretty dope off-road lights. Pretty stoked about this. So if you guys want to check out that video, it'll be right up there. All right, just you guys got mounting pointers. You're gonna want to glue gun that. Make sure it's, you know, watertight, ideally. When it comes to the connectors, black goes with black, red would go with blue on this kit. I mean, black is always gonna go with black, right? And just give it a good nice taping, tuck it away. That's the right side. And the left side, did the same thing. Tucked it away down here. Obviously you don't need to use your HID. I do like this kit at your HID ballast. I do like this kit because it gives a less wiring. This old kit had a ton of wiring, so I had to really like wrap it and tuck it. Obviously it is a little bit bright out still, but you guys can kind of get an idea. I do need to restore these headlights or replace the housings at some point. But it's definitely brighter. I'll get some nighttime footage so you guys can see, and we'll get that sorted. But otherwise, that's basically going to do it for this headlight install video. Pretty straightforward stuff, especially since we've done it before. If you guys want to see that other video for the other headlight review for the SoCal LEDs, they have changed their design that it plugs into the ballast now. For a lot of guys, that's going to be easier, so that's up to you. If you want to do it that way or you want to wire it in this way, I opted for this way the second time because we had already done it the first time, and I wanted to have one less point of failure for the HID ballast, so that's how we did it. If you guys are interested again in seeing how these off-road lights came out, check that video out too. But otherwise, if you like the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. And Indy says, we appreciate you guys.